Hi, besties. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good. I would like to say midnight because I don't know. Anytime you're watching this video, just welcome to my space. That you are watching from my YouTube channel, my TikTok, IG, or Facebook. Welcome to Timmy Exclusive Cakes and Events. This is actually my first long voiceover. I did one, but it's not about cake. Don't mind my shaky camera. My student was holding it. I told her to drop it, said she was going to hold it. So here I was trying to trim the top of the cake to get a balance. Then before place, it's actually a 2-layer cake. It's a 2-layer cake. So before people come for me, I know some social media police. My hands are perfectly washed. They are perfectly washed. What I first do is I put some buttercream flat on the board so that the cake will stick to it. You can use your glucose, so you can use anything that you know it will stick to will make the cake stick to the board. So here I screaming the top before putting the second layer of the cake. It's a 2-layer cake, and the design is Bossbaby. Who knows that Bossbaby? That little baby that was like a boss. Is a cartoon character for a year old. So that's what I do. I had to turn the other cake upside down. That's the top part of the cake will be facing the first layer. That's how you get a sharp edge. Either you're making the buttercream cake or fondant or whipped cream. I love it because when you don't do that and you let your cake face the top still face even if you get a flat top of the cake, some cake doesn't bulge up like that, it's still not going to look like this. So unless you make use of a perfect buttercream, then or you make your sharp edge very flat and the buttercream will be much. That's what I'm trying to say. And then, or maybe you trim the top and it's going to be like you trim it a lot to get that level. So, but I prefer you turning it over to get the best results. So then I trimmed my cake a little. I don't really trim buttercream cake as much like that because the buttercream will still cover it. But if it's a fondant cake, that needs a good trimming. You have to trim it to get that neat, clean body for your fondant. So here I just had to. This is what I'm doing now is called crumb coating. For those that doesn't know what crumb coating is, crumb coating is you adding the first layer instead of directly decorating your cake in buttercream. You add a little thin layer. We call it thin layer of buttercream to the cake to lock in the crumbs. Those pieces you're seeing, that pieces that falls down from the cake like breadcrumbs, that's crepe crumbs. Yoruba call it erun, or is it erun or erun? That's what Yoruba call it. So that's what crumbs is. So you crumb coat. So the first coating is called crumb coating, so that it will lock in the crumbs before your final coating, so that your cake will be neat and any crumbs won't come to disturb your cake. Then after crumb coating the cake, when crumb coating, I don't just say this is crumb coating and no, because it's not the final decoration of the cake, I should make it rough or just leave it like no. Because my belief is what you do, what the results you have in your crumb coats, that is what will give your cake the look at the final stage. Sure you get. What I mean is, if your crumb coating is not neat, it will make your final decoration little stressful, rough, then maybe some crumbs will still come out. But if your cake crumb coating is perfectly neat, as you can see now, even what with the crumb coats, I already have my sharp edge, so it wouldn't be hard for me when I'm making my perfect and my buttercream decoration. So there won't be stress of let me try to get sharp, because after crumb coating you leave it for some minutes or put it in the fridge for it to firm up before final coating. So everything will have stick together, then your coating, the final coating will be much easier by then. So there won't be this and that, and it will even make you to manage the butter cream. You won't use excess buttercream. So now this is where I'm trying to like perfect the edges. I like getting my sharp edge right from crumb coating, right from the period of crumb coating. Then this stick you're seeing is called the dowel rod. Some people call it dowel rod, some people call it dowel stick. It's for stacking cake. It makes the cake stick together. Like if you're living in a distance area to where the other cake, or you are living in an environment where the road is not good, so instead of the cake to be wobbling maybe when transporting it, this and that, so it won't have this thing to fret. Your cake is, I just used one because it's not a high cake, but if it's a higher cake and I'm going to a distance place, I might use more than. But if it's a fondant or tiered cake, so the bigger the cake, the more dowel rod you're gonna need. So now I'm piping I said I'm piping, adding my buttercream to the cake using piping bag. I have different method of covering my cake, decorating my cake. So here I'm using piping bag. So, and my phone is about to go off then. I think I was recording with 2% or 3%, so I think somewhere this is where it's going to stop. But after this, I was telling my student that you can use the palette knife. So I have two methods. After adding this blue part, I used my palette knife to coat the white part. So I couldn't record everything. I think it's going to stop very soon after adding this few of the white part. So I had to take picture because there was no light in our area at all, and the client said I should help her to make a picture so that she won't have time to take picture to post for her baby's birthday. So I had to do that. So I could not make the full video of how I finished decorating this cake. But guys, I had to beg you that I'm very sorry. This is where it's gonna end. Just stay tuned for more videos, more content behind the scenes of our product cakes. We make pies. So this is the final look of the listing. My phone was 2% or 1% when I was doing this. So